Good morning. It's time for the Martin Morning Report. It is a Saturday. It's October 19th. 5 fast things from a Friday in KMA land. Week 8 is gone. Let's get into it. Let's go and let's start at number 1 with the TNT Ford explosive performance of the day. And the TNT Ford explosive performance of the day going to go to Wyatt Regalier of Arweva, an outstanding night for the Rockets standout. He goes 203 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns in a game that Arweva absolutely needs. And they beat Boyer Valley 35-6. Wyatt Regalier, TNT Ford explosive performance of the day. Wyatt, you, your friends, your family, everybody else out there needs to check out TNT Ford in Red Oak, tntford.com. Also, Wade Regalier, some sort of relation, well, brothers, had 111 yards rushing and a touchdown. When are they going to run out of Regaliers, by the way? I don't know. Number 2, Clarinda, Bedford, Rockport, all were winners on our KMA Extreme last night. Clarinda, no trouble with Centerville, 47-15. Dominant performance. Dominic Paulsley. Dominic. I like it. Paulsley just came up with that. 180 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Bedford rolls to a win over Southeast Warren. 340 yards on the ground for them. 7 touchdowns without Garrison Monsinger. They got some dudes. Graham Godsey's one of those. 190 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Ashton Nally, 62 yards, 2 scores of his own. Rockport, 44-12 last night over East Atchison. For the first time since 2017, the Blue Jays beat their Atchison County rival. 400 yards of offense for the Jays. 267 on the ground. Brock Holmes, 165 and 3 scores. Jack Meyerkorth, 4 receptions, 85 yards. Corbin Jacob, 133 passing, 102 rushing, and a touchdown on the ground. The Southpaw. Small, number 3, small class 11 player from yesterday. AHSTW wins in 1A8 over Shenandoah. Camden Sukup is back, 110 yards rushing, 50 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Underwood, 55-12 over Red Oak. Garrett Lutt, 219 passing yards, 3 scores, 34 rushing, and a score. Trainer shuts out Missouri Valley 42-0 to win the outright district championship. In A District 6, it was Mount Air 54-14 over Martinsdale St. Mary's. Dyson Thompson is a game-breaking dude. 42-yard run for a touchdown, 61-yard reception for a touchdown. In A7, Riverside's Jackson Gordon had 202 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns and a win over Panorama. Logan Magnolia won a non-district game with IKM Manning. In A District 8, St. Albert 28-27 over Westwood. Avery Beck, 108 rushing, 2 scores. Owen Marshall, 114 passing, had a rushing touchdown, a defensive interception that looked like it basically sealed the game. Westwood did get the ball back, but there was not a lot of time left. Parker Heisterkamp, 85-yard kickoff return for a score as well. And then how about Tri-Center, 49-7 over Kingsley Pearson, finishing that thing out with an undefeated district mark. Kemper Catholic did the same in 2A8 with a win over Southeast Valley. Number 4, Sawyer Forney of Fremont Mills was our Agrivision Equipment Group player of the night. An 8-player District 10. Forney had 131 passing, 6 total touchdowns, hooking up with J.W. Lincoln Hoker for 3 of those. Jonathan Ekpai, 148 yards rushing and a touchdown as well for the Knights. Xira Elkhorn Kimballton, a 60-30 win over Griswold, and they needed it because they get the wild card to enter the playoffs as one of 22 teams from KMA land that will be in the postseason. Still await those, of course, but probably about an hour from now, we'll see those pairings. 5 total touchdowns, by the way, for Alex Hansen in that win. Cam, 52-6 over Stanton Essex. McCade Paulson, 175 rushing, 70 passing, 5 total touchdowns, as he does. 8-player 9. Carson Wessel's back, 129 yards rushing, touchdown. Aaron Olson, 107 rushing, 4 touchdowns, plus 2 interceptions on defense. In 8-player 8, Lennox beat Lamoni 60-28, 3 rushing scores for J. Martin England and Gabe Funk. Murray over Mormon Trail. In a non-district, Woodbine beat East Mills 76-6. Dylan Reed had a rushing score, a receiving score, a punt return for a score. Number 5, the rest of the best, the ROTB, brought to you by this cup of coffee, thanks to Trevor Mater. It's a Colombian blend, but it's not as bold as I thought it was going to be. Large 11 players, Sergeant Bluff Luton 42-23, Bishop Heelan Catholic is who Sergeant Bluff Luton beats. They stay undefeated. Ryan Houston, 123 and 3 rushing touchdowns. Harlan, 41-16 over Lucas Francis, 164 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. And with Creston's loss to Nevada and Creston and Harlan all the same record, they've all beat each other. Lamar's beat Denison Sleswig. Glenwood over TJ. Cole Stout had a big game, 122 rushing, 163 passing, 4 touchdowns for him. LC falls to Norwalk, 21-7. Kind of been flirting with that for a little while, just could not put the comeback together last night. AL over Sioux City North, ETN Higgins, 116 rushing, 3 touchdowns, 108 passing, and Sioux City East beat Ames. In Missouri, Worth County wins their 4th straight game. They beat King City 60-14. Hayden Sanders, 149 passing, 57 rushing, 3 touchdowns. Nottoway Valley, Platte Valley, North Andrew, Albany also were winners, and Savannah wins the Highway 71 rivalry game with Maryville 42-14. Aiden Knechtenhofer, 143 passing, 4 touchdowns. Auburn, a winner in Nebraska last night, clinching the district championship in C1 District 1 over Syracuse. A great game, 21-14. Nixon Liguori, 171 rushing to lead the way. Nebraska City gets their first win of the year over Fairbury in that same district. Braden Earl, 152 rushing and touchdown. Also, Plattsmouth beat Platteview. Other winners in the area, Ashland Greenwood, Falls City, Sacred Heart, and Sterling. Those are 5 fast things on a Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back to talk with you in 48 hours. Between now and then, KMAland.com is the space to be.